What's up, marketers? You saw the title of this video, and in short, yes. Today we're going to talk about what is Advantage Shopping, also known as Advantage Plus, what brands should consider testing this, what brands shouldn't consider testing this, my expert level tips and tricks, and I'm also going to show you real client results at the end, so be sure to stay until that. So first things first, what is Advantage Shopping? Advantage Shopping is like a super boost button on Facebook Ads Manager. It is machine learning on steroids. CBO and dynamic creative testing walked so that Advantage Shopping could run. Essentially, it's the most automated type of campaign that you can run on Facebook ads. It's all automated targeting, and you can test up to 150 ad variations at a time. It's also worth noting, especially if you're new around here, that this is a sales conversion objective campaign only. Inside an Advantage Shopping campaign, you are targeting what we would historically have called both prospecting and retargeting audiences. However, retargeting really hasn't been as effective post iOS 14, and those retargeting audiences are definitely in your prospecting ad sets anyways. So this is sort of Facebook's all-in-one answer to be like, hey, you know what? Don't divvy up your campaigns anymore between prospecting and retargeting. Just use Advantage Shopping, especially if you want the most efficient results possible. And to be honest, the setup is super simple. They make it really easy for you to try this. All you have to do is select a sales conversion campaign and then click the button that says Advantage Shopping. Essentially, this is a more simplified version of the normal ad set workflow. There are a few key differences, which I'll go into in a bit. So what brands should test out Advantage Shopping? I've seen the most success from this type of campaign from brands who are e-commerce and physical product based. However, I think it could work for pretty much any type of brand, especially if you have the following criteria. Number one, you're spending more than $50K per month. To be honest, I don't know that Advantage Shopping would really move the needle for a brand spending less than, say, $10K per month. And the reason why is because there are so many variations you have to test. I also think that the more ad spend you've had through your account, the more that the algorithm is familiar with you and familiar with your customer, and that's really the more likelihood that this type of campaign is going to work out for you. The second piece of criteria, which I think is really important, is you need to have a library of creative winners, or at least a handful of ad creative that you know that converts. And the reason why is because it's essentially taking all of your ads, putting them on steroids, and then delivering them to the best possible person. They said 150 ad creative variations, and they really mean it. So again, this is also going back to the part where if you don't have a big enough budget to actually test through those creatives, I think you're gonna have a hard time with this type of campaign. And number three is, candidly, if you're curious, I think that the best media buyers are the ones that are always testing, even if they have a healthy dose of skepticism about how a tactic or strategy is going to work out for their brand. I was definitely really skeptical about this new type of ad campaign, and then when we started testing it on several accounts, I was actually really impressed with the positive results that a lot of my brands were getting. Number two, the brands who shouldn't test it. I really think that brands that are spending under 20K per month are really going to struggle with it. I just don't think that the budget is going to be able to go through all the different ad variations. However, I will say that you can select the amount of ad variations that you want in your Advantage Plus campaign. So if you really wanted to try it, but you're at that lower budget, I would honestly just select like your top 5 ads. And number two, if you're just starting off in the Facebook ads platform and you don't really know what creatives are winning, I think you're really going to struggle with this campaign. I really do think in those early days, it's all about creative testing and product market fit, frankly, and just really learning what your community and your users are responding to and getting those first, 1,000 or so customers. With all of that said, test it and prove me wrong. I've been wrong many times in my career as a media buyer and a performance creative director, and I'm just some person on the internet sharing my opinion, so report back, please. Now, here are my expert tips for getting the most out of these Advantage Shopping campaigns. Number one is to set the existing customer budget cap to 0. Essentially, what's happening in these campaigns too is they actually like to bring in some of your past customers, and you can tell them, hey, hold up, don't do that. Just really focus on net new acquisition. And you can be sure to exclude those people with a custom expert list from your Shopify, from your Klaviyo, from the Pixel as well. My final tip is I would suggest testing out 2 different versions of this Advantage Shopping campaign. When you're first trying it, there's gonna be an option that says, hey, do you wanna test all of these ads? And I would go ahead and select yes on that one for your first go. And if your results aren't as favorable, then I would try a second version where you're only selecting your top 5 or 7 or 10 top performing creatives. I've seen that work on a few other brands, so I wanted to share it here in case it was helpful or you were looking for a new tactic or strategy to try with this. Yes, the results. So I've been working with an apparel brand for a while and they decided to give out Advantage Shopping a try. Let's discuss the numbers. So inside this ad account, we had 4 campaigns. We had a prospecting scaling campaign, a creative testing prospecting campaign, a retargeting campaign, and a Advantage Shopping campaign. And this brand was spending about $500K per month. That month we had spent about $20K in retargeting, $300K on creative testing, another $100K on our prospecting scaling campaign, and then $100K on our Advantage Plus campaign. And this is actually the first month that we tested out the Advantage Shopping campaign. And what's interesting is the retargeting campaign actually wasn't doing so good. We had like a $63 cost per purchase. And for the scaling prospecting campaign, it was also around that exact same amount. In the creative testing campaign, again, there was a lot more volume there, but it was at $61. When we decided to flip on the Advantage Shopping campaign, we were actually able to get a $50 cost per purchase. And we were able to get another $100K of profitable spend through the ad account that month, which was really impactful. And that's it. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are going to try an Advantage Shopping campaign, or if you have, let us know what the results are. And that's it. I will see you guys next week. By the way, I've been really cranking it out on TikTok, so if you want some more Dara time, go over there. See you guys next week. Bye.